From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, April 20th, 2017. Silver is trading at $18.19 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,279 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 2.2 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,224. Antiwar.com reports Pentagon officials have been making clear for weeks that they are eager to directly join Saudi Arabia's war in Yemen and have excitedly laid out plans for deeper involvement in the conflict to the rest of the administration, centering on joining the invasion of Hodeidah, a Red Sea port which is where most humanitarian aid enters the country. Hodeidah's vitalness to the already shaky aid supply to northern Yemen isn't sitting well with the aid workers or even the State Department and U.S. aid officials, who were quick to note that cutting off Hodeidah to the northern Yemenis would lead directly to a full-blown famine. Mass starvation in Yemen's Shiite-dominated north is likely the point from Saudi Arabia's perspective of being so interested in attacking Hodeidah, as they've been bombing the port infrastructure there throughout the war to limit food deliveries. The reason the Pentagon's interest in joining this particular offensive is unknown. Officially, the Pentagon is just denying the famine risk out of hand, claiming that the invasion would be clean and that they could deliver the port to the Saudis in just a few weeks. Even if that were true, however, the Saudis would undoubtedly prevent the city from being used to deliver aid to Shiite parts of the country and would try to use this victory to force an unconditional surrender. In 1999, Daryl W. Perry began a search for traditional values, which led him down a path to the ideas of liberty. He tells the story in A Rebel's Journey, My Path to Liberty. Find A Rebel's Journey, My Path to Liberty by Daryl W. Perry on Facebook, ask for A Rebel's Journey wherever books are sold, or visit arebelsjourney.com. UPI reports in a reversal of its prior stance. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security said Wednesday that the first known dreamer deported under President Donald Trump's administration did indeed have valid protective immigration status. However, the department also cast doubts on the claims made by the attorneys in a federal lawsuit filed Tuesday on behalf of the deported immigrant, Juan Manuel Montes. Tuesday, the DHS said Montez's status under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, also known as a dreamer, had expired in 2015. On Wednesday, the department said his status was actually valid until 2018. Its revision notwithstanding, the DHS said in a statement that Montes violated the conditions of his status by breaking continuous residency in the United States by leaving and then re-entering the United States illegally on an unknown date prior to his arrest. Montes told USA Today he was waiting for a ride in Calexico, California on February 18th when he was approached by a Customs and Border Protection officer. Within 3 hours, he was back in Mexico, the first undocumented immigrant with protective dreamer status deported under the Trump administration's new enforcement-centric immigration policy. The department, though, takes issue with that version of the events. The DHS said Montes was not detained or taken to the Calexico port of entry on February 18th of this year. However, there are records of an encounter the following day, February 19th, and Montes was deported to Mexico on February 20th. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the Arkansas Supreme Court late on Wednesday stayed the execution of Stacey Johnson, one of 2 inmates due to die on Thursday, and returned his case to the trial court for reconsideration of potential DNA evidence, handing the state another obstacle as it tried to execute 8 prisoners in 10 days. Minutes later, State Circuit Court granted a temporary restraining order barring the state from using one of the 3 drugs employed in its execution protocol. The order was requested by McKesson Medical Surgical Incorporated, which has accused the state of obtaining the drug, pancurium bromide, under false pretenses. McKesson said it would not have sold the drug to the Arkansas prison system had it known it would be used in executions. The company is demanding that the drug either be returned or impounded. Arkansas officials said they were unable to obtain the necessary drug from any other source and have acknowledged in court papers that should McKesson prevail, all pending executions would be effectively blocked. The state had planned to execute the inmates in 4 pairs over 10 days. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.